Welcome back to the channel. Arbaz here. In this video I will be showing you how you can make your own voice assistant, which will be like performing your many tasks with some voice commands. So in this video I will be showing you how you can make your own Jarvis AI assistant, or you can name it whatever you want. So let's get started with the video. Please make sure you have subscribed to the channel and also press the bell icon to get notified when I post new videos. So let's get started with the video. Guys, for making this Jarvis AI assistant, you will be needing Python install on your system, and also this VS Code IDE which I am using. You can use any other IDE also for making this program. In this video I will be showing you the step-by-step process how you can make your own personal assistant. So first of all, you need to install these two dependencies. So I will be leaving a card on the I button, so you can go to that video and install both of these software. And after that we will be installing some libraries which we need to have on our system to like make this Jarvis AI assistant, or you can name it whatever you want. So let's go to the command palette and try to install some packages which we will need for the Jarvis assistant. So first we will type pip install virtual env. So you have to install this package on your system. So what it will do is like you can create a virtual environment in which you can install all the packages you need. So you can make a virtual environment for this Jarvis AI project, and I will be sharing the GitHub link for this project in the description of the video, so you can go there and like access the virtual environment which I have created, and you can download that code and use it on your system as well. So after installing virtual env, we will be creating a virtual environment for our Jarvis AI project. So let's go and create the virtual environment. So it will be creating a separate Python environment for our specific project. So it is a good use for anyone who is into Python programming, so they can use this package for making a separate virtual environment for their projects. So it is like installing the Python packages, and after which we will like install the other dependencies for this project, like PyTTSX3, which is used for the Python to text to speech kind of a thing, and also speech recognition, which will be used for recognizing the speech to Jarvis, and like it can hear our voice. Virtual environment is been created. So now we will go into our virtual environment and try to activate the virtual environment. So we will type activate by going into the folder which is Jarvis, which we have created for our virtual environment, and also into the folder which is called scripts, and we will type activate, and it will like give us activated that virtual environment. As you can see, we are in Jarvis, and we are in the virtual environment. So we will go one directory back, and now first of all we will try to install some dependencies for our virtual environment for our Jarvis project. So we will type pip install pyttsx3. so it will be used for converting the text to speech. So let this package be installed, and if you're downloading it from the GitHub link, so you don't need to install all these things. You just need to activate the virtual environment, and after that you can directly access this project into your computer system, and you don't need to install all these packages for that. So let it get installed. So we have successfully installed the TTSX3 library. So it will help us to convert the Python text to speech thing. So let's move on and try to install the speech recognition module. uh, so now we will install the speech recognition module. So we will write speech recognition, and the S and R in that will be capital. So after that it will try to install this library into our system, and I think it has successfully installed the library into our system. So let's try to import these both of these libraries into our project. So we will type import pytt sx3, and you can see it is showing us on the pop-up. So it is successfully installed. So let's try to import speech module. So we will write speech underscore recognition, and we will import it as SR. So we have created an object for this. So let's move on, and first of all we will try to do some things in this. So we will type engine equals py ttsx3 dot init, and we will initialize the object here. So we can get the voices from this. So we will be using the SAPI 5 voice for this. So we will type SAPI 5, and after that we will type voices equals engine dot get property, and in that we will pass the voices, and we will try to get the engine, and we will set the properties for this. So we will type engine dot set property, and we will pass the voices and as well as the voices dot id, which is equals to 0. So there are basically two voices available on this thing, so we can get any one of this. So we will type voice comma voices 0 dot id voices, and we will type 0 dot id, and after which we will be successfully getting the set the voices for this. So now we will try to do something with the voice. So first of all we will define a function speak. So the speak function will be used to get the output from the computer, and we will give it as audio. So it will be giving us an audio output for this. So we will define engine dot say, in that we will pass the audio parameter, and after that we will type engine dot run and wait. So it will be waiting for getting the audio from the thing. So after that we will try to call this speak function and try to get some voice from the assistant and try to see what it can do with the speak function. So we will type speak and we will give it something. So it will tell this line welcome back. So let's try to run the program and see it in action. So let me type python chavis.py. So I think I am getting some, I need to go back to that previous folder in which our script is, and we will type python jarvis.py, and we'll try to run this Jarvis, and let's see. So guys, finally I have solved the error. So let's try to run the program and see the output of the program. So it should say welcome back. So let's try to run this.
Welcome back.
So as you can see, the Jarvis assistant has said us welcome back. So let's try to do something with this. So first of all, we will try to import one module from Python, which is import time. So we will import this module, and we will try to say the Jarvis what is the current time, and it can show us the what is the time right now. So I think we have to import date time module, and it will tell us the current time for what is currently the time. So let's try to define another function which we will try to get the we will define the name as time, and after that, in that we will add this speak line, and it will say welcome back, and it will show us the time. So for getting the time, we will create an variable time which will be equals to date time dot date time dot date time and dot now. So it will get the current time, and we will be getting it into the form of dot strf time, and in the brackets we will pass in what format we want the time. So first of all, we will be getting the hour time. So we will type I colon %m and colon seconds %s. So after this, it will give us the time. So we will first of all try to print the time. So if we are getting some error, so we can find out what is the error. So now we will save the program and try to run it again. So it is showing some error. So I have imported the wrong module. So let's try to run it again. So it is not giving us any output, I think. So let's try again, and let me try to figure it out what is the problem with this thing. And we have created two functions, but we have not called them yet. So first of all, we will need to call this time function, and after that it will call that run this part, and it is showing us the time. So we will try to speak up from the getting this time from the Jarvis itself. So for that we will create we will write some lines so the Jarvis can speak the time. So we will type speak, in that we will give it as f string, and we will what he will say is the current time is and after that we will pass the time in str. So str time. So let's try to str time. So let's try to run this again and see.
Welcome back.
So that is some error I am getting. So let me try to figure it out. So what was the problem? I don't know. So let's try to remove this str. So let's try again.
Welcome back. The current time is 1 hour 22 minutes and 21 seconds.
So guys, as you can see, it is successfully telling us the time. So I think this is enough for this video. So I will be creating more videos regarding this Jarvis AI assistant. So if you are not subscribed to our channel, so please make sure you have subscribed to the channel and also press the bell icon. I will be also making more videos in future, which will be regarding this Jarvis AI project. So I will be creating a entire series on this, and if I get a good response, so I will be making an entire series on the Jarvis AI project, and we will be creating and integrating this Jarvis AI assistant with our Raspberry Pi and Arduino or ESP8266, and show you how you can automate your entire house or entire room using this Jarvis AI assistant. So that was it for this video, and thanks for watching the video. Please share this video with your friends if you like this, and also subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Welcome back to the channel. Arbaz here. Welcome back to the Jarvis AI project part 2. So in this video series we are covering how we can build your own personal AI assistant. So this is a part 2 of the video. If you have not seen the first part, so I will be leaving the link for that in the I button, so you can go there and see the first part of this, and you can continue with us on this journey of making your own personal assistant. So in the previous video we have made the Jarvis assistant which can tell us the current time, and after that we will be adding some more new features into it. So in this video I will be showing you how you can add the Wikipedia search feature into the Jarvis AI. So for that, first of all, we need to go into the command prompt into our virtual environment. In the previous video I have already shown you how you can make your virtual environment for this project, and how you can activate it going into the script folder and activating the this virtual environment. And for after that we will be going into the and after that we will be installing some packages which we will require to get the data from the Wikipedia. For that we will type pip install Wikipedia so it will install the extension or the library for this Wikipedia, for getting the data from Wikipedia into our Python program. So we will create another function for this. So if you say search on Wikipedia, so it will automatically search Wikipedia for you. So let's go move on and try to define another function which we will call as wiki, and in that we will be passing the coding this thing and try to get the queries into this. So first of all we will type speak first of all we need to pass something into this thing to get the searches for us. So for that we will require to do something. So let me see how you can get this query into this Wikipedia search. So for this thing to work, first of all we need to type a query and get the query from the user. So for now we will be taking it manually and type something here and get the query. So the query will be in the string format. So we will try to take the query as in a string format, and we will type iPhone in it. Let's try using iPhone. So there was a typo, and let's move on and get this into the Wikipedia function and try to search it. So we will get the result, create a result function, result variable, and in that we will be getting the results of our search. So in that we will type wiki dot not summary, and in that first we will pass the query, and we will get the second sentence from the result. So after that we will send so it will be second sentence from here. So we will be getting this sentence. So we will set the speak function. So according to Wikipedia. So our assistant will speak that according to Wikipedia, and it will show us the result. So we will get the result in the print function as well. So we will type the results, and it will be also speaking this results. So we will get it into the speak function as well. So we will type results, and after that we need to call this function for the thing. So we will be removing this time function for now, or let it be here only. So let's try to call this function, which is wiki, and we will type wiki and we will call this function. And let's move on and try to run our program. So let me go into the code runner and try to run this program again.
Welcome back. The current time is 1 hour and 31 minutes.
Okay, there is some error, so I have done some spelling mistake here. So we will get wiki. Yes. So now let's try again.
Welcome back. The current time is 1 hour 31 minutes and 18 seconds.
And I don't know why it is still getting some error. So let me try to figure it out.
Welcome back. The current time is 1 hour 36 minutes and 7 seconds. According to Wikipedia, the iPhone is a line of smartphones designed and marketed by Apple Inc. All generations of the iPhone use Apple's iOS mobile operating system software.
So guys, as you can see, I have finally figured out the error in the program and fix it. So that was it for this video. In the next video, I will be showing you how you can get the command from the user through the microphone. So stay tuned for that video, and please make sure you have subscribed to our channel and also press the bell icon. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends and also give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Welcome back to the channel. Arbaz here. Welcome back to the third part of the Jarvis AI project. So in this video, I will be showing you how you can take the command from the user through the microphone. And if you're new to this channel and you're first time watching this video, so please make sure you watch the first and second part of this video, in which I've covered all the basics and how you can install all these dependencies for the project. And in this video we will be getting the input from the user through the microphone, and for that we will be using this library called speech recognition. And so let's get started with the video. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel and also press the bell icon, and stay tuned with the video till the end, and also give this video a thumbs up. So let's get started with the video. So guys, in the previous video we have created two functions, which is a time function to tell us the time, and a Wikipedia function in which we can type some query and it can do a Wikipedia search for us. And in this video we will be creating another function which will take the input from the user through the microphone. For that we will define a function named what we will say it take command. So it will take the command from the user, so we will type take command function. And in that function we'll first of all get the recognize which the object which we have created for the speech recognition SR. So we will type R equals SR dot recognize recognizer. So what it will do is it will try to recognize our voice. So we will type with SR dot microphone. So we will take the input from the microphone, so we will type as source. So it will be the source for our query, and we will take the query through the microphone. And in that source we will type print, and it will type print listening. So when it will be listening to our voice, so it will type listening. And after that we will do r dot pause threshold equals 1. So it will wait for 1 second, and after that it will automatically start the working on the audio and convert it into a text and pass it into our program. So we'll type audio r dot listen, and we will pass the source here. So through the source it will get the audio and try to convert it into a text file. And we will give it a try function, and in that we will try to recognize this. So try catch except block, and in that we will pass the first we will type recognizing. So first when it will try to recognize the voice, so on the screen we will get the message recognizing. And after that we will get this thing into a variable which we will call as query. Show you query, and in that variable we'll get this recognized voice. So we will type recognizer r dot recognizer Google, and in that we will pass audio, and language will be English for now. So we will give the second parameter as language. So for this project to run, you will be needing internet connection. So without internet connection it cannot recognize your voice, and you need a decent internet connection for this. So we will get the English as in English language as an input, and after that we will print the recognized voice on our command prompt or our console. So we will type f string, we will give it as f string, and you said, and it will give us what we said as. So we will type colon, and the query we will pass the query here. Show you here, and after that we will do /n. So it will go to the new line, and after that it will print to the next line. And if we are getting some error, so we will catch it into a except function. So exception as e, we will create an object for this exception. So after that we will print the exception or the error which we are getting onto our screen, and after that we will print say that again. So after that we will try our to get this function or to say this by our assistant. So after that we will print and we will copy this, and in that, so the assistant will say if it is not recognized or we get any exception, so it will say speak, and that will be say that again. So it will be returning this function, or the exception will return none. So this, if we get this exception, so we will return nothing. And if we get out of the try catch block, so we will return the query which we have get from the user. And after that we will save the program and try to see if we are able to recognize our voice using this. So let me try to run this program again, and for that I think we have to call this take function. So after that, in the last we will take command, we will call the take command function. So take command function, and we are calling this function, and I think we don't need to call this for now. For the testing purpose, I think we should remove this, and this also, the previous function calls which we have made. So after that we will save the program and try to run it. Hello.
Say that again.
Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm getting some kind of error here, so let me try to figure it out. What is the error? So it is showing that language equals in that part here. So it is showing that there is some error here. So let me try to see what is the error here. So as we have recognizer, hello. So guys, as you can see, it has recognized my voice and given us what it has get from me. So I have said hello, so it has recognized and converted into a text file. So in the next video I will show you how you can pass this query into another kind of function and get some output through it. So we will take some input from the user, which will be like search on Wikipedia, and it will go into this function and try to take that query and pass it into this thing and get the output from here. So if you are new to this channel, please make sure you have subscribed to the channel and also press the bell icon, and please share this video with your friends. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching the video. I will see you in the next one.